from Ankeny, Iowa, Memory Bound.
Hi, everybody.
Kelly and Sarah are here going live this morning. It's a little cloudy here right now, but it's supposed to be warmer here today, so we're looking forward to that.
It's a great day in Iowa, and it's like Happy Valentine's Day. That's what I said to Sarah when she walked in, because that's what we're doing today. So welcome, everyone. We have 0 viewers, but I know we're going to have a lot of people popping on and joining us today. Oh, we got 2 people watching.
Hey.
Yay!
What do we got?
We are glad you're here, everyone, and welcome to Memory Bound. Sarah's here. What a treat. So here's what we're doing today. We have Sarah's here, and she's making Valentine cards with the pink and mane, and I got a peek at them. Was it last week you brought some of them in?
Last week or the week before, and then those of you who are friends with me on Facebook got to see another little peek last night.
Oh, sneaky peeky.
Yes.
So good morning. It looks like Cherie and Bunny and Cheryl's here, and Colleen and Lisa. Welcome. Thanks, everyone, for coming in today. So Sarah's she's made up some of the cards with the card kit, and it's Sending Love from Pink and Mane.
Pink and Mane quick card kit, Sending Love.
And since it is a Valentine card day, we also want to show you what came in from Tim Holtz, because on Saturday, Stampers Anonymous had a video with all kinds of Valentine projects. And you can go out and watch that on their YouTube channel, or I don't know if Tim has it out on his page or not, all the pieces or the projects, but I know that Stampers Anonymous does. And so we're going to show you what came in from that first. And let's see if we have any questions, Sarah. Oh my gosh, Anne got her package to Scottsdale in 2 days. So kudos to our shipping department. And Jean says, good morning, Memory Bound friends. Kay is here, and Cheryl's here, and Karen from Tucson. Hey, we got people from some warm places, Sarah.
Yeah. But
today it's going to be 50 here in Iowa, which is very unusual in December, and we love that. Also, Janet just linked the Stampers Anonymous video. Thank you, Janet, and welcome, Janet, today, too. So, Sarah, let's start. We're going to switch.
Good morning, Angie.
We need to tell it's our last day for our special for All in Create. So our in-stock All in Create is 25% off, and it is all out in our specials category. Sarah's making it a very happy sign. So it's the last day. Yesterday was supposed to be the last day, but I didn't have time to take things off sale, so I'll do that tonight. And Cherie says it's her first Pink and Mane card kit.
I saw that. That's awesome, Cherie. I'm glad you're joining us.
And you're going to just love that, Cherie.
Yes.
You're going to absolutely love it.
And I want to say good morning to Sue. Sue is visiting Ankeny right now from Grand Rapids, Michigan. She was in the store last week, and she picked up the card kit.
Oh, my gosh. Well, we have more arriving today. We still have a good supply, but we did order more over the weekend because I just thought it was going to go really fast.
And for those of you who really like doing the card kit with us today, this Thursday, Nicole is going to be doing another Pink and Mane card kit. This one is called Quick Card Kit Snow Day. So you'll make 8 cards with fun snow theme. And that is also available for $19.99.
They're $19.99, and you get envelopes, you get enamel dots. They're amazing.
Michelle at Pink and Mane and her team do a fabulous job with their card kits. You get 8 cards, 8 envelopes. You get gemstones, embellishments. Unlike some of the other card kits that we show you guys, they don't have step-by-step directions, but they have very good detailed pictures so you can kind of figure out where everything's at. The other nice thing is everything's already punched out for you, so you don't have to go through and punch out the ephemera pieces. It's already done.
I don't think there's any cutting or anything.
No, they go together so fast. And I was going to say these kits are great for if you want to do a project with children, like especially the Valentine one would be great. Give them the pieces, they can glue them on, use pop dots, whatever. So again, if you really like the Valentine one today, definitely come back on Thursday to see Nicole do the snow day one.
We're looking forward to that. Okay, well, we're going to switch cameras, but I want to give a shout out to Thelma. Thelma's a newer customer of ours. I think she's been following us for a while, and she's a retired art teacher.
Oh, fun.
And I've talked to Thelma on the phone, and I think Katie has, and a couple other people. So good morning, Thelma. All right, we're going to switch cameras, and I think our system is working a little better than we thought it was going to, Sarah.
That's good.
Very good.
It was a little slow going this morning.
It was. So if you're just joining us, Sarah's here. She's got a Valentine card kit from Pink and Maine. And we are now first going to show you what came in from Tim Holtz and the Stampers Anonymous. Stampers Anonymous. Curators. They had a Valentine make video, and Janet linked it just a little bit ago. You can also go out to YouTube and find it. And we're going to start with, I think, stencils, aren't we, Sarah?
Stencils are on top. So this one is the set number 6 layering stencils. They're mini stencils. So you can kind of see there's like a lace flower pattern, words, and then hearts. So you get 3 of those for $12.99.
These are things that the makers used in the Stampers Anonymous video. And we have some things that we didn't pull off the floor today, but these things were all used.
Mm-hmm. This is set number 25. As you can see, it's a stencil that has roses, kind of a interesting, intricate like background pattern, and then just some like posies or something like that, another set of flowers. Again, those are $12.99. Then we have some larger stencils. This is like a larger rose pattern.
That's really neat. It's kind of artsy, you know, Sarah, kind of.
It's called scribbles, but it looks like
roses to me too. Perfect for Valentine's Day.
It is $6.99. So that is scribbles, or we'll call them roses.
Sarah, Thelma responded. She says she's 88. She loves our videos and everyone she's talked with, and she always gives us a thumbs.
Well, thank you, Thelma. We're glad to have you on with us this morning.
We love it. We love it.
All right, here's another new one, more rose flower pattern. This one is called Roses. $6.99 for that larger stencil.
The thing about the Tim Holtz layering stencils is they have a hole in the top.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to, you could store them on a ring, which I don't really know if Tim does it that way. He used to. I don't know if he still does or not.
I store everything in a book so that they don't get all wrinkled or anything.
And you can find them maybe a little easier.
This is you get your smaller hearts and then larger hearts, or well, small, medium, and then some large hearts on the bottom there. This one is also called Hearts Layering Stencil. It is $6.99.
Teresa's using some of these things tomorrow. She's going to be here tomorrow with Valentine's demo.
So some of these are the larger versions of what we showed you in the mini one. So that was the hearts, and then now here is that flower doily rose pattern, lace.
I'm sorry, I started looking at Doug's photos.
The photo library.
Kim Acre says
didn't
no
know he took
sound,
this
question
one.
mark.
Oh my
This is our number. That's our number 3.
Oh. Sound seems to
Okay,
be
we're
coming
back.
back from Janet.
All right, we're back.
Hey, Val in the UK, can you hear us okay? We're having a little bit of sound issues this morning.
All right.
All right.
We had a glitch. Let me find our chat. We had a glitch, everybody, and so we don't know what happened, but our system was a little glitchy this morning. But we're back, and welcome back. If you went away for a bit, like we did,
Well, and I was just sitting here patiently, and
When
y'all
got a
probably thought I
drink
was
of water.
frozen.
yeah. All right. Well, let's continue on. We
All
are
right.
showing you things that were released for the Stampers Anonymous video on last Saturday.
So this is a stamp and stencil collection. So it's clear stamps, and then they have a stencil behind them. You can kind of see a little bit more up there. So this has a lot of fun sayings like focus on the good, many thanks, hello there, you got this, in my heart, make today count, good luck, a little note, shine bright, love you, you are my happy, miss you, make a wish, XOXO, and hope is never lost. And then there's little frames with backgrounds that you can use for those if you want when you're using them as a sentiment. And this set is called,
It has a number. It's the
yes,
last 3 numbers.
It is 184, and it's $15.89. And just to let you know, so there's kind of a better look at.
Yeah, that's sometimes looking at the back
Yeah.
is better.
So just for like little heads up, some of these are great for using on the extra cards that I make today. Just because you don't always have the sentiments and the extra stuff, so you can use some of these from other stamp sets as well. All right, and then this one is 182. It is a background stencil with like little X's, some circles and dashes, and then some birds outlines, or their shadows, I should say. And then sentiments that say happy thoughts, miss you, hello friend, love you, good luck, birthday wishes, and thanks so much. And some little stitching stamps as well.
So, Sarah, I just wanted to comment that all of these things, when we went down for a bit, and I don't know why we did that, but all of these things are online under a special category in our new category. You'll find a category within there that is the Stampers Anonymous Valentine Curators collection.
And as Kelly had mentioned, if you guys didn't join us at first, this was showcased this past weekend by Stampers Anonymous. They had a video on Saturday showing some of the makes with these pieces. And then we have some small rubber stamps. They're called components. This one is called Dance, and it is $6.99. And it's kind of like what I would call like a 1940s styled couple, and it shows like the footsteps if you're learning how to dance. I don't know how to dance that one. Letha, which was the one that you're asking about? You said, what was that one? Was it one of the stamp and stencil sets? Let us know which one you're looking for more specifics on.
Yeah, give us a little tip on like the picture or whatever. And Janet has been linking. Well, these are cute little stamps, and these kind of came back this year from Tim Holtz.
This one's called Love, and it's kind of just a nice small little background stamp, like if you're doing like a trading card or something of that sort. And then this one is called Vogue, and it's kind of like a older, like maybe 1960s, like fashion pattern type of image. Letha, the birds. Here's the birds again. And this one is number 182. And it is $15.99. All right. And then we have a couple of smaller rubber stamp sets. This one is Cling Stamp Valentine. And these are the images that it produces. There's a little card with the hearts. So it's a Queen of Hearts, like a Candy Love heart, 14, like a blueprint, and then the Cupid.
I love the blueprint stamps. I guess we missed a couple stencils when we went down, but I think if people, I don't know which ones they are, so
we can do a quick review if we want to.
Well, let's do a quick review then, because
All
I really
right.
want to get to your cards.
Sure. So this is the first one. This one is called Heartstruck. This one is called Lace. This one is the Hearts.
Good name for that one, I would say, Sarah.
Yeah. This one is called Roses. And this one is called Scribbles, but Kelly and I are pretty sure it looks more like roses, kind of some artistic roses.
I like that, artistic roses. That's good for it.
And then some more mini blueprints. We have wine. So you have the wine bottle, a corkscrew, a glass with wine in it, and then some grapes. And this one and the heart blueprints are $12.99.
Teresa and I are big fans of the blueprint stamps. We really like those, Sarah.
They are quite fun.
They are. I like them a lot.
All right, so then we have some larger sets from Stampers Anonymous. This one is called Love Struck CMS 082. You've got Cupid, a scribble heart, a little love ticket, a dictionary definition of love, and To My Valentine.
Kay said she uses those roses on sympathy cards.
Oh, that's
that would
a good
be a
idea.
really good idea.
And these are $24.99.
And that is set number 82. So you know that was the 82nd stamp set that Tim designed. That's going back a ways.
Yeah. Because like this next one is 143. So these are the large scale version of those blueprint stamps that have the 14, the love, the Cupid, and the Queen of Hearts. And those are also $24.99. And that, if you like these, it's called Valentine Blueprint 143. And then we have a set of different tickets and some sentiments you can put in the empty one here. This is called Odds and Ends 100, CMS 100.
Look at that that label on the side there, Sarah. It's the 100th stamp set.
Yeah. So we have Happy Valentine's, Happy Halloween, Merry Christmas, limited edition created by, kind of cool for the back of your cards. A who, what, where stamp that you can fill in. A little calendar stamp so you can pick the month and the date. And then one that you can fill in with different things that say the journey is the destination. Art is a shadow of what a person is thinking. That's kind of...
Do those fit in the ticket, I bet?
They do. Ticket. A dream is a wish your heart makes.
Oh,
sometimes
that's a Walt Disney song.
Oh, is it? Sometimes fate and your dreams can collide and live the life you've imagined. So that's kind of a fun set. I've never seen that one before. It is also $24.99. Again, that is Odds and Ends CMS 100.
Val says that one is a must-have. It's got a lot of good variety, a lot of good uses in it.
This one is called Stuff to Say CMS 110, and it is full of all sorts of word quotes there.
Now, I remember when Tim came out with this stamp set, I remember him releasing it and being in a class or something with him. And along the left-hand side, you can stamp that and cut it apart, the words apart, or you can leave it all as like a border if you want to. I remember him talking about that.
And if you read it, it does kind of go through. So that is, I mean, it makes sense if you leave it as a whole. I love this. Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans.
That's a good one.
So
we're getting a lot of comments, Sarah, about the Cinderella song.
Oh, okay.
A Dream is a Wish. And you guys, if you are familiar with Tim, he's a huge Walt Disney fan.
So this set is $29.99. All right, then we have a background set here with two different ones. It's called Weathered Textiles CMS 023. Kind of have like a wallpaper type pattern. And
I do not remember Memory Bound ever having that one.
It is $24.99.
It's
Great
really
for some
neat.
backgrounds.
It looks like fabric,
Yeah.
the bottom stamp when you stamp it.
And speaking of fabric, Kelly had shared on our Facebook page
Oh, yeah.
that we will be getting the first 3 of Tim Holtz's paper collections.
This palette.
Yep, the color palette. We'll be getting red, orange, and yellow. So stay tuned for those.
Probably towards the end of January. Look, it sounds like there was a delay in customs, but it is coming here, so can't wait for that.
All right, then we've got Shabby French CMS 087. So it's kind of got some like a little scripty stamp background, a chandelier, a bird, some flowers, butterflies, just kind of random things that are kind of, I guess, associated, like kind of French looking.
Yeah, that's a good. I was trying to think of what to call it, Sarah. It's a good job.
$29.99 set. Urban Chic, CMS 086. So we got like some fun typeface numbers. This is kind of what I would almost say like a tattoo kind of stamp. Little postcards, some just different sentiments, and some scroll images that you can use for embellishing your cards. And that set is $29.99. And this one is a fun one. It is called Postcards CMS 099. And it's just different stamps with different font treatments for the word postcard. And that is $24.99. And then we have one final background set. This is called Seasonal Catalog 2 CMS 178. And it kind of looks like what I would call like old-timey catalogs. You can kind of see like the different images and then the little descriptions below each that are really, really hard to read. But it looks like it kind of covers a lot of the different holidays. Like we kind of got like Valentine's, birthdays, 4th of July. So you got some options with that one. And that is $29.99 as well.
All right, so those are the stamps that just came. Well, some of them we had, some of them just came in.
Some of them are ones that we've had before, but we got them again.
And so I did go out and look at the projects at Stampers Anonymous, and they did a really fantastic job. So if you want to check that out, Janet has linked. She linked the video earlier, so you can go out and see that. And now, Sarah, I think we're ready for the main event. And I never asked if you would do this, but can we open a pack to show what you get?
Absolutely, that was part of my plan.
All right, so we're going to move on. We're still doing Valentine's, but we're moving on to talk about the Sending Love card kit.
Yes.
Pink and Main.
So Pink and Main quick cards Sending Love. Again, you get 8 cards with envelopes, ephemera pieces, and gems in here for $19.99. And let's go ahead and I love this little pouch to keep it in. Like I said, Michelle and her team at Pink and Main thought of everything with these quick card kits, and they really, truly are quick. So as I mentioned earlier, you don't get specific directions. You get more like images of the different cards that you can make with the pieces in the kit. So here is just the sample of all the different things. And as Michelle's mentioned when she does these introductions for Pink and Main, these are just ideas. You can, like any other card kit, you can keep stuff, remove stuff, however you want to do it. They're your cards. So here are the other 4 cards.
I think it's easier to be more visual. I don't know. I'd rather look at a picture a little bit than read.
I like
words.
how they're large images. Because
Yes.
some of the card kits, it's like, okay, which ephemera piece is that? There's like 50 hearts to pick from. So I do like that it's large. And you can see everything. So you get a nice little detailed sheet. Then you get your envelopes, your card bases, and then you get a packet of the ephemera. So all the pieces that they show on here, plus quite a few extras, are all in this pack. So your card bases and then all of the little pieces that go on top of those. They're all in this pack. And then they included in this pack this lovely set of rainbow gems. again, they don't show them on the cards, so you can use them at will. So that's everything you get. Again,
I think it's cool that you get the envelopes. A lot of
Yes.
card kits don't have the envelopes.
and
in
that's
them.
what I mean. It's $19.99, so it's a little bit more than some of the card kits, but you get the gems. All the work is done for you as far as the bases and the ephemera, and then again you get those envelopes. So I feel it's a really good value for what you get. So that's what's in those card kits.
That's like $2.50 a card, Sarah. So it's a
That
good deal.
is a very good deal. Very good deal. All right. So I did a little homework already. And so I went ahead and just did this side just to kind of keep it easy. So I will show you the cards that I created from this side. And I really didn't get too far off of the images here. So here is, if friends were flowers, I'd always pick you. And again, I used all of the elements that they showed. I did pop up the 2 flower pieces with pop dots. And then I used some of the turquoise gems to anchor the banner.
Good idea.
So just a little something there. So that's the one. Then we have Sending Love. Again, didn't really do too much different. I did use some pop dots to give some dimension to the bouquet, so it stood up from the background. And so like this one, there's a card base, there's a little half circle, and then there is the sentiment banner. And you just layer those, and you can kind of figure out, just by looking at it, okay, the circle needs to go behind the banner, and then the bouquet of flowers goes on top. And then on top of that, I added some gems to those first flowers that are in the front there. And you can certainly add more if you want to. I just kind of went minimalist on that one. So there's Sending Love. And then we have Hugs. And so there again, it's this whole piece is your background for your card. And then you got a circle that you put the jar in. And then you layered hearts and flowers on top of that. And behind the circle, before you stick that down, though, you put the sentiment strip. And then there's another flower that goes on top of that in the corner as well. And for this one, I popped up a couple of the flowers. And then I used some gemstones for the centers of those flowers.
So Sarah, maybe people that don't, maybe
Yeah.
you showed this when I stepped
Sure.
away. I'm not sure.
For those of you who might not be familiar, when I'm saying pop dots, it's just foam squares, pop dots. You can, anything that's dimensional foam adhesive. So this particular pack is a great one because it comes with the large and the small ones. I can't open those, but I can show you kind of what they look like if you're not familiar. So here's the small size, and then here's the large size. And typically you use the larger ones for larger pieces. So like this bouquet here, I use like 3 or 4 just to kind of get it to cover the whole area versus a bunch of little ones.
Especially on a card front. I like to be generous.
And then our final one that I have already created is You're Just My Type.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
I know this is probably Kelly's favorite because it's got the typewriter.
I do like typewriters and telephones and things.
So this piece here was the background piece. And then there was a little ephemera strip here with little envelopes. And then on top of that, you put a square and then the typewriter. And then you add the sentiment strip and a couple of hearts. And then there's a little heart on the piece of paper that's coming out of the typewriter. So I threw some gemstones on there. So those are the 4 that I've already done. Today we're going to do the other 4 on the other side. So let's start with You're the Cat's Meow. I have all my stuff already put together for each kit.
Sarah, when you get done with that card, we have some ideas for your insides of your cards
Yes.
too.
Because that is one thing. We don't have Janet inserts for this particular kit, but we do have some other options that you can use. All right. So looking at this one, it looks like I need to use this rectangle background. And mine's kind of got a little smudge on it already. So we'll just do our best to try to cover that up. And I like to do my cards flat instead of
so
folded.
does Penny. Penny does that too. Very interesting.
I've learned, like, if I'm putting like a card base down and I know it's gonna be the full front, it's easier to do it that way and then kind of go back and like trim any excess over it. All right, so I'm going to use a combination of dry and wet adhesive today. So to start with, I'm going to use my tape runner to put my card base or my background on the card base.
It's nice how these pieces are all printed.
And Heidi commented that Janet has 3 previous Valentine inserts that would work with these, and she is right. And then, yep, there's sticker sheets. There's lots of options. I'm going to, like Kelly said, we're going to show you a couple of other ones. All right. So we'll just put the background down like so. And then there's another little piece that will go over that. And I'm going to try to get that so that it covers up that smudge. So it might not be exactly like it shows in the picture here. That smudge is going to bother me.
Nobody's going to ever know it had a smudge,
And
Sarah.
unfortunately, I guess I could have flipped it around, but I could have flipped it so that the strip was the other way. So then I could have covered the lower corner, but you know.
You just live and learn.
That's right. Or I can put a gem over it. You never know.
Well, that's true.
So there's our other background strip over the initial one. Then we have a circle. This will be the background behind the cat.
And Sarah, aren't they die cuts and the pieces of that? They're not like paper. They're a little heavier.
They are a thicker cardstock and they are a coated cardstock. So that's why you won't see me using things like the spritz or anything else today, because that won't adhere into the paper.
Stick.
It'll just sit there and bubble on top. I'm not sure if they're toner printed or if they're just like a digital printer, but they are coated paper.
I think that it's pretty cool.
Let's see, what am I going to do with this? Okay, I'm going to do pop dots on the back of the kitty head.
Okay, so we have a comment that they love the card kits. They're going to make all the invitations and tags for a 4-year-old's birthday party with stamps and dies they already have. But now, should she get the kit so that the 4-year-old maybe could help out? And Sarah, you did mention that it'd be great for kids.
I think this would be very good for kids. It's very easy. I mean, it can look at the picture and figure out where things go with very minimal help from an adult.
Diane commented on the vibrant colors, and they are. When you brought, Sarah brought her first cards that she had done, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, and it like struck me. I'm like, oh my gosh, those are really nice. I wonder if we're going to have to order more, Sarah.
That'd be a good problem.
I ordered more over the weekend.
All right, so I did put a couple of pop dots up behind the kitty's head there, so it kind of gives it some dimension. And then I just used some liquid adhesive for the love speech bubble. And then I will use some liquid adhesive on the back of the sentiment strip, "You're the cat's meow." And I will just put that right about there. And then there's a couple of little hearts and for whatever reason, this one shows it's a larger blue heart. I did not have a large blue heart, so we flipped it around. We've got a large green heart and a small blue heart. Not a huge issue. We made it work.
It all goes together. All the colors are coordinating, so however you choose to do it.
So there's those.
That's so
and then
cute.
I think I want to do some little embellishments on the end of this banner like I did on the other cards. So let's see. How about we use let's go with the dark blue because we haven't really used much dark blue. Kind of goes with the kitty's glasses. So I'm grabbing the medium-sized gems, the dark blue. So there you go. You're the cat's meow. And then we'll crease it and call it good.
Okay, and we have somebody asked if your sample sheet, if you can get it just a little closer when you're.
Yep, we can do that.
And Sarah, will you show that card one more time up close so people can see that cute little cat with the sunglasses? Very cute.
And as Shannon pointed out, I am using the Nuvo glue, but you can use any type of liquid adhesive that you have. Or if you prefer to use the tape runner for all your pieces, you can do that too, or score tape. There's really no right or wrong answer. All right, we'll move on to the next one, which is a sweet hello. All right, so here is our card kit
Sweet
for
hello.
that.
Oh, is that the one with the gumball?
What are you looking for? Oh, okay. All right, so the background is this blue and pink with red polka dots. So I'll put a little bit of tape runner on the back of that and center it in the middle of the card panel. So one thing you should know too is that if you haven't done the card kit or you're contemplating getting it, they don't fill up the entire 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 space. So there is a little bit of white space around the edges, which is nice.
I
It
kind of
kind
like
of
that.
frames
It
that.
makes everything pop that's on it.
So there's our background. And then we will go with this turquoise, teal, whatever color you want to call it, banner. And I'm going to use liquid adhesive on that. And then it gets placed just a little bit over from the left side of that background.
And I like, Sarah, that you said earlier you can change things up if you want to.
Yeah. If you don't want to use a particular piece, you don't have to. And then we're going to go with this red square with the 2 pink dots.
Sarah, this is kind of relaxing watching you do this. I don't know how other people feel, but it's just kind of like, wow, she's making cool stuff.
All right, so there's our square. So it kind of matches up exactly how they showed it in their example. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the sentiment, a sweet hello. So that just kind of goes at the bottom right down here.
Sarah, the other thing we should mention is, like that says a sweet hello, you're the cat's meow. They're not mushy, you know.
No.
They're not.
They are
too
good for
lovey-dovey.
kids
They're good
or
for
adults.
everybody.
I mean, they're cute, but they're not too cutesy.
Right, exactly. They're adults or kids, but not mushy.
Yeah. They're appropriate. All right, so then I've got the gumball machine. And I'm going to put some pop dots on that.
Stacy agrees that it's very relaxing.
All right. Good morning, Stacy. It was good to see you last week. All right. I'm just going to put that right so that it kind of overlaps the sentiment a little bit and then the edges of the square. Again, you can do it however you want to. And then we have this little cluster of candies that we will put like so. So I'm going to use a little liquid adhesive, and then we'll just stick that in place over here in the corner. And then, let's see, what do I have here? I'm just going to put some gemstones in these over here.
Sarah, whenever I see a gumball machine in college, I took a art class, and that was one of my projects. I drew a great big gumball machine.
Oh, fun. Why'd you pick that?
I don't know. That was a long time ago. I probably still have it down in the basement somewhere.
Well, if you find it, bring it in. We'd love to see it.
I'll have to.
All right, so I popped up the gumball machine and put a couple of little magenta, pink, whatever color you want to call it, gemstones in those circles that were there on that background.
Oh, that added a lot to those.
And you could, easily put like small ones down in the hearts of the candies if you wanted to. I'm being kind of conservative since I have some other projects that I need to finish before I use up all my gemstones. So there is a sweet hello.
That's cute.
All right, our next one, well, actually we'll do this one. You're the doggone best. Spit it out, Sarah.
I'm like, okay. Sarah, you're very organized.
You have to be with these card kits.
Well,
so
and you know what?
where
I
everything's going.
do suggest if you're going to make the card kit that you sort out your pieces. And like Sarah did, she has sorted out the pieces she needs for each
I
card.
just use these little bags to put them in.
And then they go
If
together.
I was at home,
nice.
it'd probably be spread all over my craft
Yeah,
desk.
or in piles at home.
Yeah.
On your dining
Yep.
room table for some of us.
Well.
I had to start working there because my craft area was too messy. So,
all right, so this is the background for the You're the Doggone Best card. It is a red framed rectangle with a pink stripe in it. We'll use our tape runner to adhere that. All right, got our background down. Lisa Cooper said her art project was a 6-pack of Coke bottles and the cardboard carrier that came in. Very cool, Lisa.
that would have been a good one too.
All right, then we have this cute layer. Oh, thanks, Val. Val says, I'm very calming to watch.
And Stacy agrees, and so do I.
So this is our fun little background. It's got some letters, some stamps, and typewriters on it. And we will layer that on top. Makes me think of Bob Ross and his happy little trees.
Stacy has a question for you, Sarah. She wants to know if you fold your card bases valley or mountain, or do you pay attention to it?
To be honest, I think I fold valley because this is scored down the middle right here, and I always go with that. That's how I was taught when I used to do graphic design stuff. Was
I think that's
score
common.
that way.
I think that's probably the one that more people do.
Because it's I think it's better with the paper fibers for it to fold better, if I remember right. It's been a bit since I've gone through all the training for that. Okay. Here is that next layer. And then we have a pink framed circle that we will put down to put the puppy in.
Okay, so that is a puppy. I could
It
not.
is. It's like a little French bulldog puppy or something is my guess.
I see the ears and stuff.
So we'll put him so that he fits within the parameters of this pink stripe that was in the very back. All right, and then with him, I'm not going to pop him up, but I'm going to pop up the bubble by him. So I'm just going to use liquid adhesive to put him in the circle. And then we'll get our pop dot. I'm only going to use one on this one since it's not like a super heavy piece. It needs lots of support. And just put that next to him. And it's popped up there. Then we'll do the You're the Doggone Best sentiment. And mine's a little off, it looks like, based on or compared to theirs. So I'm going to put it on there so that it kind of saddles the frame behind it. And then we have our 2 hearts. And now I realized I think this was my large blue heart that was supposed to be on that other card. Yeah, you know.
Now you just switch it up.
That's right. So there are our red and blue hearts. And then I haven't used a lot of this green for anything, so I'm going to use some of the green gems to anchor our banner. It seems like that's maybe a Maggie thing. I think Maggie usually does like an anchor with Brad's or something of the sort when she does like her card kits and such. At least that's where I got my inspiration, was from a coaster that I had that was a Maggie project, and she had anchored down her banners. All right, so we've got You're the Doggone Best.
So cute.
Our little extras on this were a foam square behind the speech bubble and the little green gems to anchor our banner. So there we go. You're the doggone best. And I thought it was really interesting. I noticed when I was putting the pieces together, you know, a lot of times Katie will use a Posca pen to add those little like light enhancements. They already thought of it on these images of the cat and the dog.
Okay, I noticed that on another card too. So that was
Yep, the cat had it too. So didn't have to do that. They thought of it already. All right, our final one that's part of the kit is just one that has a little envelope that says love you. It doesn't really have like a major sentiment on it like the others have. So we'll pull out all of our pieces. And this is a vertical card. Well, the back.
I like that big banner.
I know, isn't
background.
that fun?
Yeah, it's just different.
So I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like navy, teal, red, and pink in there. And just, it's really nice. It's not overwhelming.
I think if I was making that, Sarah, I would figure out a really easy way to trim my card front.
Oh,
so that
that's a good idea.
It would also be the shape of, or the whole card, I guess you could make it the shape of the banner if you wanted to.
All right, so we'll get that centered on there. But yeah, you're right, Kelly. You could easily just trim out that
it'd be kind of neat.
Bottom part if you wanted to. All right, so we got our background, and then we have 4 circles that we need to put down. So we have a pink, a blue, a teal, and a red.
I noticed a couple of them have icons that are mailing and postage. And I think that's kind of a real trend right now, is postage stamp. Teresa's banner, she used it on her banner. A lot of icons, a lot of paper have like a full sheet of postage stamp images.
That is definitely a popular image right now.
Which is perfect if you're making cards, because it's like mailing cards. It's got your... Kathy said that's a really cute card base too.
All right, so on this one, I'm going to pop up the background circles. And I went ahead and did 2 of the larger squares on them just so that they're fully supported. I make sure my circles are on the same line. Don't want any drunk circles. All right, so then we have the red down here.
It's just nice. It gives you another layer. You don't really have to have the circles, Sarah, but it adds a layer to the card.
It kind of, I think, helps set the base from the additional pieces that we're going to be putting on those circles. So then they don't just kind of blend in. All right, so we've got our circles, and then I am just going to use a liquid adhesive to put the other pieces on the circles. And as you notice, some of these overhang, so you don't have to get super particular with the glue. And I'm going to give this one just a little bit of a tilt. There's just a little bit of an angle in the image they showed.
I think it's just such a cute design.
It is. And I'm going to angle that one just a little bit too. And then we got a postage stamp for the teal circle. And let's see, make sure I get it off the right. All right, so there's the postage stamp. And then we have the little envelope with the love you note. And there we go. And then we have some hearts and flowers to put on there for accents. Got a darker pink heart for the stamp. And then some flowers, a little flower cluster that we're going to build. So we'll put the blue one down first. Then we will add the red one. And then a little pink heart. All right, so this is their example, and this is our finished example. I'm not going to put
so
gems
cute.
on this one since we used quite a bit of the pop dots to kind of give it some extra dimension.
So hold it up a little closer and
Sure.
let's take another look at that one because that's really cute with all the different layers.
Yep. We'll go through all the ones we just made here.
Okay.
So here's the, I'm going to call it love letters. And then we had You're the Doggone Best. We put the pop dot underneath and added
so
a couple
cute.
gemstones.
They're such great cards.
They are. A Sweet Hello. We popped up the gumball machine and then added a couple of pink gems. And then we had You're the Cat's Meow. And we popped up the kitty head and added a couple of gemstones to the banner. So those are the ones that you have the, or I guess, guidance for with the sheet in the kit. But when you're left, excuse me, when you're done with everything, you're left with quite a few extra ephemera
I'm so
pieces.
surprised, Sarah. I did not expect extras.
Yeah, there are. And I love how, because sometimes I was kind of like, oh, how do I have an extra of this? And then once I got through everything, I realized there was quite a few extras of the same stuff. So I have went ahead and created 5 different cards using the
my
leftover
gosh.
pieces and some extra things that we've picked up here in the store. So this paper here, any of the papers from the Our Love Song by Bella Boulevard, this particular one is called I Love You. And this one coordinates really well with the line.
The collection has the same colors in it, doesn't it?
It does. So there's a pink dot on the back and there's hearts on this side, and we're going to use them both to create 5 more cards.
And check out the collection because,
Yes.
like Sarah said, there's other papers that you could use with this.
There's
also.
a cute rainbow with some hearts. If you want more like an adult theme, there's like some records. It's just a really fun collection. And as Kelly had mentioned when we got it in, it was one that had come out last year, but we hadn't carried. And so we've got the whole line here now in the individual papers. All right. Hey, Candy, it's good to hear you made it to Nashville. We'll catch you later. All right, so our first card that we're going to do, there were 3 different coffee mugs left over in the ephemera pack. So there we go. Got to get my handles right. So I went ahead and decided we'll just do a card with those. So I did a little work at home. And I used a sentiment from a stamp set that I already had, but we've got other stamp sets here that you can certainly use. Like this one from Echo Park is a great one. This one is called Valentine Mail Stamp Set, and it is $12.99. And you get the little letter. It says, I love you, be mine, XOXO, sending love, will you be my Valentine, happy Valentine's Day, I love you. So that's a great set. We also have our little sentiments. You could use these on the front of a card. You could use them on the inside of a card.
Those are designed by Janet.
Yes.
Does it have a name on it, Sarah?
It just says Valentine's Day Sentiments.
Okay.
And it is $1.99. And you get multiples of the same sentiments. So that's
what's nice.
very nice. So you can make, several cards at once. And then I don't know if you wanted me to show those while we're showing.
Yeah, that's kind of a good for inside card inside.
So as we mentioned, these the card kit does not come with like a Janet insert or anything for your inside of your cards. But if you need something, we do have this one. It is called the Valentine's Day Sentiments. And so it says, so glad we're friends. You're one of life's greatest blessings. I'd share my snacks with you. I love that one. Thanks for being part of my squad. Happy Valentine's Day. Love my girls. Happy Valentine's Day. And some other cute little sentiments over here as well. And this one is $2.99.
And we do have a couple others of Janet's inserts that they're printing right now. So there are other options for your insides of your cards.
Do we have a Valentine section out on the
Yep.
the
We have a
website,
whole
so you can always
Valentine
check out
section.
there. So this one I used for my set. I think this was an old My Favorite Things stamp. And it just says, you warm my heart. And I thought that would be perfect for using with the coffee mugs.
That is a good one.
So what we're going to do is I took a strip of, I want to say it is 2.5 inches by 5.5 inches. It is this Bella Boulevard I Love You paper, the back side.
Janet just linked everything. All the things you just showed, she just linked for us.
Thanks, Janet. All right, I'm going to throw a little adhesive runner on it. And put it right about here. And then I'm going to use, there they are, my pop dots for these. And this is a very quick, easy card using your leftovers. If you want, you can certainly add more embellishments to it, more paper. It's just kind of however much you want to add to it. I was just coming up with some quick ideas using our leftovers.
Diane says she has all of Janet's inserts.
Nice.
Sarah, that's a nice technique. So if you do have maybe some random ephemera or some different ephemera pieces, putting them on a strip like that grounds them on your card, and it's a really nice design.
I just thought like the hearts might be a little too busy to put behind the coffee cups. So that's why I went with the pink dots. And there you go.
And Diane has a comment also that the Tim Holtz stencil, that's
the coffee stain would be
coffee
fun.
stain would be really good on there too.
So you warm my heart. There's one of our extras using the coffee mugs and the to-go cup.
I can't believe those were all extra.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've said it about
No,
10 times because
I was just like,
I had no idea they had extra.
well, like I told you,
pieces.
I came up with 5 card ideas and I'm like, oh gosh,
And
I
she had to
still
stop.
have leftovers. Yes, I ran out of stuff. Okay, so in that same vein, we're going to do one because there was 3 cupcakes left over too that we didn't use. So this one I used from a stamps that I have. I just put sprinkled with love. And on this one, I'm going to use the hearts. And then I'm going to pop those cupcakes up. So again, these are just kind of some very quick and easy cards with the leftovers. You can certainly get, use some spritz. You can use, like someone mentioned, like the coffee stain. You can use anything, really. It's just nice to have some extras that you can use and do something with, because sometimes card kits maybe don't have a lot of the same extra things that maybe aren't, good focal points like these are.
And the stencil that Diane was talking about is called Splatters from Tim Holtz. And I have that one and I actually use it quite often.
I think that's one of Teresa's favorite ones too.
Because it could be coffee, it could be wine, it could be lots of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Milk at our house. Certain littles are over.
Okay, so in this one, I'm going to put some gems on the cherries.
Sarah, you're pretty good with the gems. For me anymore, I have to use tweezers.
Oh, the
are a
tweezers.
good tool.
I haven't trimmed my fingernail, so it's a little harder for them to grab these days. And then I'm going to put a little tiny blue one on the blue one. So
that looks so nice.
Sprinkled with love. Should I Yep. And you could certainly add more gems in the background if you want to. As you've seen, there are lots of them here. They give you a nice amount of them to use. So sprinkle with love. All right. I'm going to
two,
that's
right?
two.
Two down.
Now I'm going to throw a new one out for you guys. It's probably been a hot minute since we've done anything with a shaped card.
It has been a while.
So I reached into my handy dandy collection of dies and reached for my arches. You know, guys, I like my arches. And I used a card base and an arch. So it's a little more pointy on this one side because we need our hinge. And made an arch-shaped card base. And you'll see why I went with an arch. And then I did my mat with another arch, just using another size down. But this one is about a mailbox. So I wanted to kind of carry through the shape of a mailbox. So
very fun.
As another pretty quick and easy one that we can use up our spare parts with. And again, if you're interested in arches, we have the Hero Arts Infinity Dies arches. You get 15 arches, which is a lot, and it's a really good value for $26.99. So there's that one. And we will put our little arch together.
And arches are really on trend right now.
Yes.
We've had a couple others, and they just are out of stock. The Hero Arts one we have in stock, and we've got more coming, but a lot of people are doing things with arches.
Okay. And I did it so that there's about a 1/4 of an inch between the base and the mat.
Well, when they're nesting like that, it's nice because you can just cut a smaller size or go down 1 or go down 2. Shannon says, very clever with the mailbox, Sarah.
Thank you. So now I'm just going to use some liquid adhesive and adhere my mailbox. And then I'm going to use a couple of pop dots for the letter. And you could pop them both up if you wanted to. Again, it's whatever you want to do. And then this is from the old memory bound set from Iowa. I think it was the first one.
Oh, the stamp set.
Yes, the stamp set. So I think it said sending love from, and then you put in your Iowa or your state image or whatever. So I just used the sending love part of that. So I am going to adhere that to my card.
Sarah, this doesn't really have anything to do with what you're doing, but it kind of does. You could cut out an arch out of some heavier cardstock for your card base and not have it open, but then you could cut a smaller one and have it pulled down from the top and make like a mailbox, which would be really neat with the arch dies. So if someone does that, we're going to want to see your project.
And then I'm going to use some of the larger turquoise gemstones to anchor my sentiment strip. And if you wanted to, you could, on even the back side of the card, you could put like the mailbox flag or something like that if you wanted to. So there is sending love with these 2 pieces left over from the kit. All right. Then there were a Polaroid camera and a little picture and some hearts left over in this pack. So I made a frame or a card mat that kind of looks like a Polaroid frame.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll just adhere that to our card base.
Sarah, did you cut that with a slide trimmer then?
Actually, what I did was, I should have grabbed some. I have layering square dies.
Oh,
and so
sure.
I just grabbed my square and placed it in there where
in a rectangle,
Yep.
which would be a lot easier than using the.
Yes.
Good idea, though. That needs to be a quick video tip. I got to pass that on to Katie.
It's always fun using the dies that you have to, like circles. You could use a circle to cut out a big circle. And this one, I did make my mat the full 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. So you can see that it looks kind of like a Polaroid picture if you get it. All right. And then this one, again, I'm going to just use some liquid adhesive for the camera. And then I'll use a couple of pop dots for the picture. And I was really trying to find a sentiment that said, "You make my heart smile," but for the life of me, I had nothing in my entire collection, which those of you who have seen my craft room are probably like, "Seriously, you didn't?" So what I'm going to do is use some puffy stickers.
Oh, okay. That sounds like fun.
And easy. The other thing I forgot to mention too, I grabbed this set from Paper Rose Studio. They're quick cards die cuts. So in there are several little sentiment punch outs that you can have, like sweetheart to my Valentine, happy Valentine's Day. If you needed something to put on the front of your card or even inside your card if you wanted to. This is a cute little set with the little animals. And then, like I said, their sentiments.
I just wanted to see which heart one you used.
It says I love you. All right, so I grabbed this puffy sticker collection that we have from Forever in Time. They're 3D puffy stickers, and I think the colors work well with the set. So this one is called the Mini Font Fun, and they are $3.99 for this sheet of puffy stickers. Thank you, Lori. I'm glad you're enjoying all the extra ideas. Kimberly said she used the mailbox on the dog card instead of the dog and sentiment and added the extra love you envelope for the sentiment. That's cute. Good
It's
idea.
fun to change them up, isn't it?
Okay.
And Barbara would love to see cards made from the Paper Rose kit.
Oh, those are beautiful.
So I'm going to grab.
Step back there.
Let's see here.
What do you need, Chris?
I'll see which alphabet she has.
It is this one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It is. Okay, I've got that. I can get it.
And then I'm just pulling out letters to spell the word smile. And if you have one that says "you make me" or "you make me smile" or whatever, you could certainly use that one too. It's just, what do we have to work with? Let's see.
That's a good idea, though. It adds a lot to it, adding those colorful letters.
Well, I haven't used any stickers, so I might as well use some stickers.
Might as well use it all, Sarah, right?
Yeah. So it's simple. You smile. And, the other thing, too, when I was seeing how many extra pieces there were with this kit, it was, what can I already use that I already have, too, to help accent those extra pieces? So you don't have to always go buy something just to use up your extras. And you might want to keep the extras for something else down the road, because I was actually going through my bin of extras from other card kits to see, like, oh, what do I have that might work? So it's part of being a crafter. You keep all the extra stuff.
Janet said she's having trouble finding the puffy stickers
Oh,
to link, and Chris took the package.
Nope, she brought it back.
Okay,
So I will give that to
let's
Kelly.
Let's figure out where those are.
And then this is our final one. I went with a 4 by 5 1/4 mat on this one, using those polka dots again. And from my collection of stamps, I found a sentiment that said, "You're so sweet." And then we are going to make our own tag. Every kit I seem to have, like, from Simple Stories and stuff, has tags in it. And I'm like, well, I don't have a tag in this one. So I used a tag die that I had, made the tag, and then cut out the heart paper to mount on top of it. And then this little ice cream with the hearts was one of the leftover pieces, as is this little heart here. So we'll go ahead and mount the mat. And you can see too just how many things I got out of that one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I think I had some left over that could have been used for like mats or whatever if I needed to. Not maybe full-size mats, but there were some littler pieces that could have been used. All right. So then I've got my tag that I made. And we need our bow. We need our junk bow. So I picked out 3 colors of ribbon. I've got a teal, a light pink, and a magenta, dark pink color. And we will make a little junk bow.
There's a, we just fixed the alphabet, the font that, the alphabet stickers that Sarah's using. They don't have a picture online. We're going to have to get a picture out there, but they are out there and Janet just linked them.
Okay.
All right, so I have threaded through my 3 different pieces of ribbon. And now I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot. Let's see.
Okay. Oh, Sarah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes, it's $10.99. It's back to always. It's got 21 Okay.
Okay, so we've got our little junk bow through. I'm going to trim it up just a skosh because it's got some little long tails on it. So there we go.
Cindy really likes the colors that you picked, Sarah.
Well, thank you. And then I'm, once again, going to use some pop dots and pop this up on the card. So we have a lot of dimension on this card because the ice cream has already been popped up with pop dots as well. All right. So I'm going to put it on there at a little bit of an angle. So we've got our sentiment, "You're so sweet." We've got our tag that's popped up and our ice cream cones that are popped up. So there's "You're so sweet." And then, as I mentioned, there were still some pieces left over that I ran out of ideas and time. So here are the remaining pieces. So again, if you're doing that mailboxing, there's an extra stamp here. There's a heart, a flower, a jar, and a rainbow. So out of all those pieces, I was pretty proud of myself for only having 5 pieces left. And then I still have a bunch of gems too that you can always use for multitudes of other projects.
So you still I like that jar too.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out something new.
So we'll give everyone, take a look at that, and it's your challenge to figure out what to do with those 5 pieces that are left.
Share them on our post if you have something.
Sarah, you were very creative coming up with all those extra cards. I think we need to show everything now.
Sure.
Oh, and I also went and got more of the
paper yeah. Let's show that.
Our love song to show that it does match really well.
Yes. This is one I really love. It is called "You're a Dream." So on the back, it's a black and white heart pattern. And on the front, it's this cute pink and other colors, rainbows.
We kind of discovered when you were looking for paper that collection goes along very well with this card kit.
And then there's "Crazy for You." It's a nice, very bright, vibrant floral pattern with some hearts sprinkled in there. And then on the back is a red and pink dot.
Janet just linked Katie's demo on making junk bows. So how does she do it? I don't know.
I just put some ribbon together and said, good.
Yeah.
This one's a fun one too. Music notes. Even if you aren't looking for Valentine's, this would be great even for like, school scrapbooks or whatever, music.
A birthday card,
that
a
is
celebration.
True. And then this is the fun backside. I love rainbow patterns. So it's a nice striped rainbow pattern. So love notes. And some of the music notes do have little hearts for the base. And then this one's also a really fun one. This is called Our Mix.
Yeah, I like that too.
It just takes you back to the 80s and 90s when I had cassette tapes. And then on the back is a black with a mini pink dot. And I think that's all of those. And then we'll just go back and look through the card
at all the
kit.
cards. So this is the Sending Love card kit from Pink and Main. For a minute, I went blank, Sarah. From Pink and Main, it's $19.99. It makes 8 cards. And then Sarah made an extra 5 cards with her leftovers.
Yes. So we'll go through the ones that come in the card kit first. We've got If Friends Were Flowers, I'd Always Pick You. Sending Love. Hugs. You're Just My Type. And then the ones we made today, we've got You're the Cat's Meow. A Sweet Hello. You're the Doggone Best. And I can see where, I can't remember who said that they use the mailbox in this one. That would be good because of those, the
Like
background
letters
pattern
and
in the mat there. Yep, I can see where that would be a good option to use instead of the dog. And then we've got, I'm going to call it Love Notes. It's just very simple, and the envelopes and then they'll love you.
It's cute.
And then our extra ones, I did You Warm My Heart with the coffee mugs and cup. And then the paper from Bella Boulevard. It's called I Love You if you want this particular one. And then similar pattern, sprinkled with love, some cupcakes that were left over from the kit. And then this is that backside, the hearts on the I Love You pattern. And then a little Polaroid-ish card. And our puffy dots, or sorry, puffy letters that say smile. And then we've got the tag, You're So Sweet, with the ice cream cone heart. And then our little junk bow. And again, you guys can pick any colors for that ribbon. I know some of you are having Chris run around look for a ribbon right now. So any color that coordinates. And then we did a shape card to kind of mimic a mailbox opening.
And Janet linked earlier, Sarah. We had a video once on making shaped cards, and she did link that earlier.
So, and then we just popped up the letter there and added our own sentiment and some gems. So yeah, this card kit, as I mentioned, it's $19.99. You definitely get your money's worth, as you can see, because you get the 8 cards, 8 envelopes, all the ephemera pieces and the mats for your cards, plus the gems, which unless you're like me, you might have quite a few left over. And then, like I said, I could make 5 more cards. You could use the pieces to make tags. You could use it for scrapbooking your Valentines. So you get a lot of value out of the card kit.
Perfect, Sarah. Perfect. Very good. And thank you so much. I'm going to switch cameras over so we can see Sarah again. Sarah, that was all. I'm going to pull this back a little bit. I feel like it's higher maybe or something. Anyway, there. I just took care of it. Just got it the way I wanted. Sarah, thank you so much. Everyone is saying great job.
Yes, thank you,
Heidi
everybody.
just chimed in and said great job, Sarah.
I'm glad everybody liked all the extra ideas. That's good to see. Like I said, I want to try to show you that you can get a lot more than just the 8 cards out of the kit.
So the kit we said again is $19.99. And then on Thursday, Nicole's going to be here with a very similar kit, but it's for winter cards.
Yes.
And she is doing the same thing as Sarah. She's got 4 made in advance, and she's going to make 4 on the camera. What's the name of that one?
This one is called Snow Day.
Snow Day.
Quick card kit. Snow Day.
I love snow days.
Should we?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea to show.
You want to go back to the down camera and we can show them what comes in that one, so they can kind of see and decide if they want to get that card kit. It's cute.
Yeah, and it's $19.99 also. And Sarah, I'm guessing there's extra pieces if you have extras.
I would expect there to be. Their gemstones are a little different in this one. They are glitter.
Oh, they're glittery.
Yeah, they're glittery. They're kind of like the like Simple Stories ones. So that's those. Here's the cards that come in this kit. I think the snowmen are so cute. Anything with a penguin, I love penguins. Just even the cute little village and stuff. So it's not necessarily Christmas, it's definitely winter. And then these are the other 4. And I'm not sure which one she's making that day or which one she's already made up.
We don't
But
know where it's going to be a surprise.
they're all really cute.
But you'll be able to see them all made up.
Yes.
And I've said this before, and I might as well just get on my soapbox and say it one more time, but sometimes winter is when people need cards the most. I know, especially maybe older people or people that don't get out. We don't go outside. We don't see people as much. So I think making winter cards is a fantastic idea.
Yes.
All right, Sarah, I'm going to switch the camera back. We'll see if we have any other questions. Kimberly said she's made 4. She's going to finish the others. Great kit. And Lisa loved all the extras. I think that was really amazing that you were able to pull out all those extra cards. Just need card bases, really.
Yeah.
And a piece of paper.
And you wouldn't even have to use white card bases. You could use whatever color you wanted to with the extra pieces. I just had some white ones handy, so that's what I went with.
Thank you, Janet, for
Yes.
linking and drinking in the background and getting us all the help that we needed. And Sarah, good job on the cards.
Thank you.
I think everyone really loved it, and they are really nice cards.
The other card kit was it's by Paper Rose Studio. It's not an actual card kit. It's little pieces that you can punch out to make a card. So that does not come
I'll
with
grab it real
the
quick before
bases.
we
Yeah,
go.
Kelly's gonna grab it. So they're cute little pieces that are embossed in certain parts. That looks like they took like glossy accents and put it on there. So really, you just get the pieces and then you make your own card kit out of or cards with those pieces in there. Any other questions this morning?
Sarah, it's called Quick Cards Die Cuts.
Okay.
And it's from the Sweet Valentine collection of Paper Rose. So you could take all those pieces. Do you want to maybe just open it so people
Yeah,
can see it?
we can do
It's
that.
kind of limited. We don't have a lot of those.
I know.
Oh, Deborah said she's got all 8 of her cards done. Yay.
All right. So these are
Here,
the
let me
pieces
switch.
that you get. So again, it is called the Sweet Valentine Quick Cards Die Cuts. So it's not a kit. And it's from Paper Rose Studio. And they are $10.99. And you get 4 sheets.
4 sheets.
I think. Yeah, 4 sheets. And I just love these. I'm a big Paper Rose Studio fan. So on the first sheet,
Katie just brought this in.
Thank
so
you,
we
Katie,
can help
for
out.
pointing that out.
I love it. It's her Valentine one.
So like on this one, I don't know if you can kind of see it. I'm going to hold it up. You can see like the frame of the heart is glossy and the penguins are glossy.
They've got like a little
I thought it's like they
sheen.
put glossy accents on certain
It
pieces
is,
of
yeah.
it. And so this one's got penguins, koalas, and bunnies, and then there's little sentiments that say "Happy Heart Day to my Valentine," etc. Then this one has a box of chocolates, an envelope, and a cluster of hearts, and
one's
it's more
pretty.
like tag type of things. And then this one's got kittens. I love the kittens and the otters and the elephants, and it's got more of those little sentiments. And then this one's got a big heart cluster and a fun pink truck with balloons, some hearts that have gloss in certain spots. You can see that. Isn't that just really cool?
And there's paper to match that. We have the Paper
Yes.
Rose Valentine collections. We do have those in stock, and you can grab. There's a 6x6 tablet you can grab if you want.
Again, this is the one that we're just showing. It's not a card kit. It's just die cuts for making quick cards.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Thanks for all the great questions, everybody.
I know, I love it. So I'm going to put the camera back to Sarah, and then I want to let you guys know that tomorrow Teresa's going to be here.
Yes.
So it's a Teresa style of day tomorrow, and she is making Valentine cards also. Not with of course, this kit, but she's going to be making some with some stamps and stencils and dies. And you guys know how Teresa is. They'll be very creative. I bet there'll be a little mixed media mixed in. And then let's see, tomorrow's Wednesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Thursday, I'm
Is
not
Nicole?
sure. Oh yeah, Thursday's
cards.
Nicole
Mhm.
with the snow day cards.
Mhm.
And then Friday, we're going to show you our new 2026 Life Moments bundle.
fun.
And it's a kit, and it's going to be available to purchase this afternoon as soon as we get it set up online. And Jennifer's been getting those kits together. So there's a lot going on this week,
And
everyone.
next week we've got 4 days of our winter blind date
our blind
kits.
date.
So
We're
I'll be
having
back
blind
next
dates.
Wednesday for a blind date.
And if you don't have the blind date kit, I think you'll still enjoy the videos because of the techniques that we're using, and you can use other papers and things with it. So, all right, well, we're going to say goodbye to everyone, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, Sarah.
Bye.
She's just signing off.